If you guys can, oh yeah, you should be able to hear me. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, Jason DM'd me on Steam, and then it crashed my computer, and now nothing's really running well. So after this, I'm gonna just restart and try and figure that out. It took me, unironically, like... took me, like, I saw, like, 9-10 minutes to even just boot up stream. Yeah, as long as... okay, yeah. Jason's stream is for sure is on time. I have Kestron stream muted, but it's also been kind of laggy for me.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, no, there we go. His stream's working. Maybe not. So... yeah, Life Orb Grimstarl into... that might be Specs, we'll see. But he's already hovering over the Terra, so I don't know what the Terra is, but... I don't know if he even can Terra, but just, I guess, yeah, Parting Shot. If this loads properly, we'll see what Kestron does, but that's a big ask. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. He DMs me, my entire computer shuts down, and I have to manually restart it. And when I get in, everything's still kind of loading like this. Like, Discord has crashed 4 times already. So, yeah, let's see what he does. Goes into Hatteran. And he went for Overheat. Okay. So this isn't Specs for sure. There's no shot that is. I don't know what the item is, though, because he's running, like, Bug Buzz, Overheat, Flamethrower, one more. So I guess we'll find out, but we'll see. I mean, if it's choice locked, it can't U-turn out. If it is choice locked, then, you know, we'll have to play off that. But he was running Mirror Herb, which is pretty interesting. I guess this is, like, his blanket check to, like, Quiver Dance Volcarona, which makes sense. He probably expected, like, a turn 1 Quiver Dance. Yeah, it has U-turn. So he goes Gothitelle. Onto a Dazzling Gleam. Takes decent chip. Now, question is... oh, this is Leftovers. If this is Calm Mind with, like, even Rest, I think it just sets up... well, Shadow Ball is going to hurt. But that depends if he has Terra. Yeah, he really wants to boost with Psych Up. Substitute. Okay, interesting. I mean, it should still break Sub. But if it doesn't... oh, well, yeah, Shadow Ball instead of Dazzling Gleam. That definitely breaks Sub. So, I mean, he took almost 50% on his Gothitelle for really... I mean, yeah, blocking that crit is nice, but all he got is info that's... you know, that Hatteran has 2 attacking moves. So, like, unless he's packing Rest on this, which we'll see it on the right here if he is, he has no real way to get this back in the game properly. So it's like, this threat has basically been neutralized. He has to switch out here, or he has to burn a Terra. And that's exactly what Jason's thinking. Jason's probably going to rip a Dazzling Gleam, which would still break Sub. It still catches Terra. But more realistically, you have to switch out as Kestron. Yep, which we see right now. Going into Going to Volcarona. Takes nothing, but... yeah, so I think Jason's right where it is Specs. Otherwise, we would have seen a U-turn come out from Kestron. So considering that it is Specs, considering a Fire move is probably coming in here, what do you go into, right? Because you could go into Dragapult, but do you really want to take all that chip on Dragapult? It's still going to hurt, being a Choice Specs Overheat. So we do see a Fiery Dance come out, and we do see a Hatteran Sack. Which, I don't think he got the boost, because we would have seen it already. Yeah, no boost. I think he just went for Psychic Shock, trying to catch a greedy Quiver Dance, so he could, you know, boost up next to it, and then get a Psychic Shock off. But at the end of the day, honestly, it isn't all that bad. Like, as Jason, you don't know that this isn't Specs, so you're able to deny a potential Quiver Dance. And if it is Specs, right now you just go into Dragapult, and you get a free attack off. Yeah, nothing wants to switch in, and if he switches on to Quiver Dance, he's in big trouble. He's going through it so fast, I can't really see his move, so I don't even know what the best switch in is. But, yeah, Dragapult. Okay, that makes sense. Probably just going to drop a Shadow Ball. Ooh, well, he can't really drop a Shadow Ball cleanly because of Cinccino, but he can't drop a Draco cleanly because of Whimsicott. Kestron could very easily go either one of them, and then Jason has to play around that. So we're going to see what Jason clicks here. He could click U-turn, which I think would be a choke. No shot he goes for Fire Blast. I think he just has to make his call. Draco Meteor or Shadow Ball. He goes for a Shadow Ball. And that doesn't kill. And as Kestron here, this is a pretty free switch, right? But it's a free switch, and Jason knows that it's a free switch. Okay, never mind. He just locks it in. So the question is, does Jason predict this switch? Damn, the streams are a little unlined up. This is fucked up. So we see Free Ring come out. And yeah, Shadow Ball, Jason didn't try and predict, which is fair. Question being, I mean, yeah, Duraludon kind of just hard walls Cinccino. Because, yeah, you have Triple X in a little bit, but that's not going to do a lot through Eviolite. Like, yeah, withdraws probably into Duraludon. Now you have to switch out Cinccino. So you, like, burnt all your momentum. Or Corviknight, too, actually. That's even worse for him, especially if it's Rocky Helmet. So as Kestron, you burn all your momentum just for what, like a tidy up? Like, okay, now you have to switch out. Or he's just going to go for a Rock Blast, which again isn't a winning move here, but like, to be fair, are you really ever breaking through Duraludon and Corviknight? Probably not. You might as well get all the benefit out of this you can. So I can respect it. Also, it doesn't make contact, so it blocks the, what do you call it? Rocky Helmet if Jason has it. No Iron Defense, which is interesting. Wait, did it just miss? I think that's what we saw. Yeah, I think we just saw a miss. That is brutal. Yep, he missed. Yeah, it wouldn't do a lot anyways. So, like, you know, you can't be too upset over it, but, like, that is still kind of rough. Because Jason would just roost it off anyways. And since he's slower, he can't really, like, roost it off and, like, you know, turn to a pure steel type and block the... Turn it from neutral to resisted. Rock Blast comes out. 1, 2, 3. Actually, this isn't King... Ooh. Actually, I think that miss could have mattered. Wait, I think he killed, actually, if it wasn't for that miss. Yeah, that's brutal. No, Burb is definitely isn't danger range, because now what do you switch into a Volcarona? Like, yeah, Jason could go for a Fiery Dance, and you could swap in Dragon Ball be fine, but if he goes for an Overheat, like, you're just fucked. Yeah, and he sees that, right? Like, Kestron knows that's going to kill, so the question is, does Jason realize that, right? Because as Jason, really, your best play here is just sack Corviknight. Like, you got rid of Cinccino, it did its job. Don't give up that kind of switch into Dragon Ball, and I think Jason, yeah, he recognizes that. He goes for the sack, too. So, now with a -2 in, and with Cinccino gone, there's nothing really stopping Specs Dragon Ball from just cleaning house here, right? I mean, yeah, he has, this... Gothitelle doesn't want to take it. Whimsicott definitely doesn't want to take it. I mean, you could go Scrafty, but you could really only do that once, right? And that's assuming no Draco Meteor. He goes Urshifu. Interesting, because this could be Flame Body. And all things considered, Whimsicott should outspeed with a Moonblast, so, like... Unless you're planning on burning Terra, which I don't think you can on this Mon, like, I don't really see the point in this. Like, yeah, you get your kill... But what comes after that? -2 still should hurt. Wow, okay. That, yeah, he has to know that Specs by now. Goes for a... That is a huge choke. Because what now? Does he... If he Sucker Punches, right? Does he suck... Yeah, okay, so... I don't know why Kestron did that. Projected Pad, sure, but, like... why not just go hard Whimsicott there? If he Wicked Blows or close combats, you still resist. If he goes for a Sucker Punch, which realistically he would. Yeah, that I don't know what Kestron meant by that. I mean, that being said, this is the same thing I meant. Like, he took all that damage on Urshifu, and now he just gets outsped by Whimsicott in one shot. Like, yeah, Sucker Punch +2 is gonna hurt, but at the same time, it's like, okay, it's still resist. And you don't have any damage boosted items, so, like, you're kind of in a bad spot. Yeah, it's not even Terra Dark, it's Terra Fighting. No, Whimsy will still definitely live, and there's no real switch in for a Moonblast at this point, so it's kind of like, what do you do as Jason? Yeah, you withdraw, so it's like, you took 60% on Urshifu for nothing. If you just came in Sucker Punched immediately, like, you wouldn't have taken all the extra chip. That's what I mean when I said Swords Dance was a choke. So Duraludon probably kills back here. I think you always switch out. Interesting. Terra Electric Calm Mind. So he lost 60 HP on Duraludon, so yeah, can't switch in on Moonblast anymore. And now, since all the other mons are weak to Moonblast, it's kind of fried. Yeah, Flash Cannon. This shouldn't kill. Yep. Special Offense drop doesn't really matter. Too bad it isn't Trick Gothitelle. Tricking off the Eviolite for like a choice band would go hard. I mean, yeah, you switch it in because it's your only real switch in, but like, well, what's the point of this? You know, I guess Psychic, you know, chip is chip. Is that Grassy Seed? If this is fucking, like, Sunny Day Whimsicott and a Chlorophyll Lilligant that sets up Grassy Terrain, that's gonna go hard. But I don't know if it'll work out. Yeah, so Flash Cannon kills. Oh, it's slower. It's faster, actually, which is kind of impressive. I guess, yeah, max HP, max special attacks, Gothitelle is pretty slow. Wait, oh, he has Grassy Seed for Rillaboom, which didn't come. Okay, that makes sense. I thought maybe it was manual Grassy Terrain, but yeah, counter-teaming Rillaboom makes more sense. I mean, yeah, you can't really go Whimsicott at this point. It would be nice, but you gotta, like, preserve Whimsicott for either Moonblast or for the Heat Rock into Lilligant, because I think Lilligant can win, right? Like, Urshifu, Grimmsnarl, Duraludon, has Triple Axle, so Dragapult actually, yeah, he can win for sure with, what do you call it? What was I gonna say? Really knockoff. I mean, maybe predicting a Terra, but I feel like you just rip a close combat. So, or maybe he expects Dragapult to come in. I feel like there's no world where Jason hard switches Dragapult, though. Like, knockoff itself is such a threat that you have to respect it, and that's what makes close combat so good here. Like, there's no world where Jason goes Dragapult here, right? Yeah, Jason's even saying he might sack Duraludon. Like, yeah, I think you always just click, like, close combat. Because, okay, if Dragapult comes in, you're still Assault Vest. You can still just knock it off the next turn. Yeah, and he's faster. Wow, okay, that took nothing, but even still. But now he's getting a lot of chip. I mean, Brick Break kills here. But that's the question. Now that the knockoff has been ripped, right now that Eviolite's gone, is close combat too obvious? Or Brick Break in this case? It does, that's true, but I mean, yeah, rocks don't really matter at this point because Lilligant resists anyways, and Whimsicott isn't exactly taking hits. So now it's a 3-on-3. And the question is, you know, if Whimsicott comes in and sets up Sun, does Jason just lose, right? I mean, yeah, Grimmsnarl might, because you don't see Lumberry on Lilligant, so Grimmsnarl might have Thunder Wave, but I think it is the Bulk Up variant, like Bulk Up Sucker Punch. And just like a regular, let's see, what does Grimmsnarl have? We didn't, actually, I'm going to go back because this is kind of relevant. So he goes Grimmsnarl. Bulk up, Sucker Punch, Spirit Break, Parting Shot. So he's going to go for a Spirit Break here, certified. There's no shot Kestron throws here by going into Ugo. Come on. Come on, let's be for real here. Stay in, get your close combat damage. Yeah, actually, Terra Poison's fair. Terra Poison, Poison Jab actually is going hard here. Wow. Yeah, Jason does a Spirit Break, does like no damage, and then I don't think Poison Jab will kill just because there's no like attack boosting item, but like it's gonna do quite a bit being Stab. The only issue is now you don't really have a great check into Dragapult, because you took enough chip where like the Assault Vest isn't really gonna matter as much. Barely doesn't kill. Let's see the poison. Wow! Oh, that is so lucky for Kestron. That's what, 30%? So now he doesn't have to take another Sucker Punch on top of it. That is so lucky. Wow. So now, as Jason... Yeah, Jason's not happy about that poison. I wouldn't be either. Jesus, yeah, that's brutal. I mean, as Jason now... Okay, Urshifu's coming in. I mean, you could Wicked Blow into this, and there's no downside to that. But then, you know, then you're kind of stuck having to deal with Whimsicott afterwards, which outspeeds. I think, yeah, Wicked Blow kills. I think the flowchart is you go Whimsicott, you kill this, and then you Sunny Day in front of the Dragapult and lock it into Shadow Ball, and then Lilligant, you know, as long as you land 3 triple axles, you win. Which is a bigger, you know, which is a pretty big ask. You know, if you watch me and Ryan's match, you know that's a very big ask. But, you know, I mean... If you can manage that, you know, you win the match. I think you just... The thing is, if he gets a Stun Spore off on Dragapult, that's actually huge. Because that's just, like, the odds of Jason getting paralyzed are higher than the odds of, you know, a triple axle missing. So I think if you were to, you know, just... I was going to say, if he goes for a Sunny Day first, then the Moonblast, then he can go for Stun Spore for free. I think that was the correct play. But then again, you're really just kind of like digging it. You're basically at that point, you're digging into your butt, right? So here at this point, no shot he goes for Stun Spore. Like, Sunny Day is a... Oh my god. And he lands. He's so lucky for that one. Holy shit. Yeah, because the odds of landing all 3 triple axles is like 82%. The odds of, what do you call it, missing a Stun Spore are 25. If he missed Stun Spore, he just lost right there. And now he still has to land the triple axles despite despite the paralysis. So he actually made a misplay there. That was a little blunder, but let's see if it ends up mattering. If he lands these 3, 1... No shot! No shot! No! Dude! That's insane. Okay, he can still land just once. Nope. Oh, what an endgame.
No, I fucking missed.
Dude, if he was running Choice Specs Flamethrower, he would have won. That's brutal. Oh, man. 1-0 for Kestron. Not like this. Alright. GG, fellas. Absolute cinema. Then I think the last match of the week is tomorrow. Unless I don't know when Ryan and Nacho are. I think they're supposed to be today, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, all the matches will be done by tomorrow. And then, yeah. At that point, it's like a single Elam bracket. There's literally only 3 matches. So, like, we can get it done in, like, a week. You know what I mean? But just, yeah. Whoever's in top 4, we'll talk about it.